This episode of Real Garbage is brought to you by noisy upstairs neighbors. Shut the fuck up!
This episode is also brought to you by shit old people say. No man's ever gonna love you if you're overweight. Those tattoos really make you unattractive. And my favorite, why do you have so many holes in your face?
Real Garbage! I have 3 holes in my face. Actually, 5, I guess, if you think about it. Well,
5.
The ears, side of the head. 5 in my head.
5.
Nostrils, mouth. Eyes count?
Maybe. Because if your eye comes out, there is a disgusting hole.
The old eye socket.
The old socket.
I think my tattoos make me look attractive.
Yeah, I do too.
Fuck, I spent a lot of time and money on these things.
Yeah, so shut up, Linda.
Goddamn, Linda. It's always Helen for me.
Ooh.
Oh, dear.
Yeah. It's always Karen's in a restaurant.
Revenge of the Karens.
May I speak to the manager?
We need a manager here now. I thought, did you watch the SNL, the Saturday Night Live, a couple weeks ago with Idris Elba?
Ooh,
They made fun of the R. Kelly interview, but there was one episode where Idris Elba would transform into an angry white woman and just get everything he wants. He'd be like, I'm being oppressed. I'm calling the cops now. No, I am being mistreated. It was so silly. I thought it was going to be like a Karen reference, but it was just like an old white or middle-aged white lady. It was quite funny, actually.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
I got to look at that.
How's the week been?
It's been good. Yeah.
Starting to feel like spring, finally.
I know, right? What was it? I guess yesterday when I was driving to work, it was overcast, and then when I was in work, I work in a mall, so I was looking at the skylights, and it was blue skies, and I was like, fuck yeah. And then when I was leaving the mall, it was hailing. It was so loud, and I was like, okay, cool. That's fine.
Classic Victoria. Oh, you got to go to work? Bring out the sun. Oh, you're done work? Get over here.
Yeah. Hail, motherfucker. And then this morning, a bird, literally exploded on my car. Ew. There was bird shit everywhere.
There's right next to my apartment here. I have to park over by the fence backs onto a little rec center, like a community center. Mm-hmm. And there's always just an army of seagulls just perched on top. And every once in a while I'll come outside and my car will just be covered in it.
Yuck.
It's gross. You ever been shit on by a seagull?
No, knock on wood. Fuck.
I have once. My old friend of mine had a boat. And we were in the inner harbor, and we're going out to out of the inner harbor. Mm-hmm. And we're the front. It's kind of rough, and we're splashing into the water. And I'm thinking just water splashing up. And all of a sudden, boom! I'm like, oh, what is that? And I could smell it. And I just he started puking overboard. Oh. I was okay, but just oh god, he had a hose in the back, and it smelled like just rotting garbage. Oh. It was one of the nastiest smells I've ever smelled.
I bet. I mean, their shit is white.
It's gross.
What other animal's shit is white?
And they're probably just packing in plastic there and eating everything, so everything's not digesting properly. Fucking gross.
No, I don't understand. I don't know if you know this, but seagulls here are a protected species. Mm-hmm.
Because they eat garbage. They're garbage gulls.
Natural selection.
Yeah. I think I'd love to be able to shoot them.
Right?
At least with a wrist rocket, like a fucking slingshot.
Yeah. No, they're so stupid. I remember when I used to work deep in town, my boyfriend was driving me to work one morning, and there were a group of seagulls in the middle of the road in the lane just eating trash, and they were not moving when his car was approaching them. So much so that one of them, he didn't run one over, but it hit the front of his car, and Brandon was like, fuck. So I bet someone saw that, and I'm going to get a fine for assaulting a protected species. But if they're seriously not going to move because of a car, and animals can sense danger, bye.
I think you're well within your right to run them over if they don't move.
Yeah.
I'm not going to swerve out of the way for a seagull.
No.
Just going to mess the car up, though.
I know.
They're not like crows. They're not going to remember you.
No.
But I don't fuck with crows.
Nope.
Because they'll be like, there he is again.
Yeah. Plus, I mean, even if they didn't remember you, I would not want to mess with a group of animals. That's called a murder.
A murder of crows.
A murder.
Hey, there's a murder outside. What? There's a lot of crows around here, actually.
Yeah.
And I just steer clear of them.
I always, like, I'm very polite to crows if I see them. Like, to the point where I'll tip my imaginary hat. I'm like, oh, good day to you, sir.
Hello, bird. Cheerio. Get that nut.
Yeah.
It's cool. You see them using their beaks as tools and shit. Like, I've watched them. There's a chestnut tree over here, and I've watched them cracking open chestnuts, put them on the road to get them, like, let them run them over, and then they pick them up again. Oh, yeah. They're super smart. They're, like, top 10 smartest animals in the world. Crows. Sweet old movie, The Crow.
I was literally just going to say, did you hear that Jason Momoa was going to star in the reboot, but now the reboot is, like, shelved?
Well, Momoa wouldn't have been he's great in Aquaman.
Yeah.
I don't think he's Brandon Lee Crow potential, though.
I don't know.
No. Because, I don't know, have you seen The Crow, the original? Yeah. He's he's thinner. Mm-hmm. He's jacked. No, Jason Momoa is too, but he's big.
Yeah, no, yeah.
He's a little too big for that character.
Mm-hmm.
So I don't know. Who knows? It could be really good.
Could be.
It's a movie they shouldn't. Know. I don't know. It's a movie they shouldn't redo. It's still good to this day. Like, it's a little cheesy, but the music in it and the way it's shot and stuff. I like the writing too. It's one of my favorite movies growing up.
Not to mention, like,
it was a huge Halloween costume too. All the jocks from the city schools would just show up at parties, like, ripped up long sleeve shirt, like, I'm fucking the Crow, bruh, just swinging their hair around,
and then proceed to shove a real goth person into a locker.
No, they used to just bang all the girls at the party. Dicks. Hated the jocks. I'm kind of a jock now, but I'm not a douchebag.
But yeah, didn't they? I haven't seen it in forever, but I know Brandon Lee died on set because...
Yeah, apparently there was one real cartridge in a whole bunch of blanks. Yeah. Somebody had left one in there, so they don't know if it was... I don't think they ever found out who did it.
No.
Or if it was just a straight up accident.
But regardless, like, didn't they include that shot where he actually got shot in the movie?
Yep. He gets blown off the table.
Yeah,
which is fucking wild.
I would not want to, like, have any part in remaking that movie.
No. So these bullets are all blanks, right, guys?
Yeah.
Yeah, totally. Trust us. We got the same guy working on props that was there a while ago. Get rid of him.
Yeah.
He's fired.
That's like when they were making, like, the Amityville Horror or, like, The Conjuring or the Poltergeist and spooky shit was happening on set.
Yeah.
Like, no.
Some dude. They're just like, listen, your job is to just dress in black and fuck with people.
Yeah.
Can they know I'm here? No, they cannot know you're there. 10-4.
10-4.
10-4. Tipping glasses off the counters. Fucking stop it.
Oh, my God.
Moving chairs a little bit. Something keeps moving back there.
Although, when I die, I hope I get to come back as, like, a poltergeist or something.
Ooh.
I would love to just fuck with people.
Okay. Would you rather
Ooh.
be able to touch stuff when you're dead and not be heard, or be heard and not be able to touch stuff?
Oh, shit.
I don't even think I have an answer for that.
Touch stuff and not be heard.
So, like, be able to, like, you could be like, "Arr!" yelling at people they couldn't hear, but you could, like, flip a pillow at them.
Yeah.
Or you could talk to them, but you wouldn't be able to touch the pillow. Pillow's just an example. Nice.
I'm going to go with touching stuff.
I would too.
Because ghost sex.
Yeah. My horrible dark side is coming out now. People going, I feel like I had sex in my dream last night. No, you didn't. That's crazy, Karen. Well, I don't think so. It seemed real. Fucking weird. Yeah, I think I'd like to just, somebody sitting on a couch and just grab this pillow and fucking smash them in the face. They'd be like, what happened? Wait till they're really high, though. This weed is crazy, man. I keep getting hit by ghosts.
Yeah. Well, and things moving 100% is going to scare more people than talking.
Oh, yeah.
Because, like, if I heard someone talking, unless it was like a whisper in my ear, I'd think it was outside or something.
Hey, little mama, let me whisper in your ear. Oh. Jesus Christ! What was that?
Or just, like...
Just song lyrics all the time. Carry on, my wayward son. There'll be peace when you are done.
I would whisper movie lines into people's ears.
I'll be back.
Yeah, or like,
clever girl.
Or, you bow to no one.
Long live the king. Well, how's your weekend been? It's fucked, dude.
It's
fucked. So many different movie quotes. Swear to God, I was in Mad Max for like an hour last night.
Oh my gosh.
The original with Mel Gibson.
Before we get to the podcast, I was actually an old person yesterday. I yelled at kids to get off my property.
What?
Because there were these 4 or 5, like 5-year-olds, and one of them had a stick, one of them had a hockey stick, and they were running onto my and my grandparents' property, like banging this giant tree in our front yard with a hockey stick and banging on our bushes, and their parents weren't around. Ugh. And I was just like, hey! No. And they were looking at me. And I mean, I'm like 5'3", so I'm not that much bigger than them.
Kids these days are huge.
So at first they weren't taking me seriously, but I was just staring at them and I'm like, get off my property.
You should have done it like Clint Eastwood. Get off my lawn. Well, I'm done.
Yeah, they were just staring
Basically,
at me.
all I did for that whole movie.
They're just staring at me, and I was like, do you live here? And they, like kids, they're like just staring at me, and I'm like, no, you don't. I live here. Get off my lawn.
See, that's something I would whisper to people, too. Get out.
Oh,
of
yeah.
my lawn.
Yeah. Get out of the house.
Of my yard. Go get me a drink.
Yeah.
What? So anyway, we watched Teeth.
Oh.
This movie.
How'd your dick feel after this movie?
God. I cringed a lot in it. Kind of, Jesus. So this movie was made in 2007. It actually scored, I put a question mark behind this, a 79% from the critics.
Yeah. Wow.
And 45% from viewers. That makes more sense.
Yeah.
So right off the hop, if I said weird situation, so it's mom and dad dating, and then the son and daughter are hot for each other.
Yeah. Or the son is hot for her.
Yeah, he's like, no, you can't date her. I love this one.
Oh, God.
And then he, proceeds to try and finger her without her permission and gets bit.
Yeah.
And I just put, ow, gross.
And he, as an adult, does not remember that. And in the pool, he's like 7.
Yeah.
8 as a kid.
Yeah, so it's maybe been 15 years.
Yeah.
Oh, she seems like she's 19 maybe.
Yeah.
So maybe it's been like, 11 years or so.
Yeah, still, you should remember that.
Yeah.
And right off the bat, even before anything happened, this movie, like, it gives you a weird vibe. And for me, it was because of the music. Because there was that harp and then the bass clarinet and the congos. And I'm like, none of these instruments go together.
That was odd music choice.
Yeah. It sounded like they just got like a junior high band and they picked the 3 most unpopular instruments and they were like, yeah, play.
We'll give you $20. Just play this song.
Yeah, play your oboe.
Speaking of seagulls, I see one.
Ew.
He's on top of the lamppost.
Get fucked, bro.
He's dump gulls. Dump bird. Okay, I thought the intro was weird, but I can't remember what it was.
Yeah, it was that weird music and then a shot over their house where they live right beside like a chemical or nuclear power plant that's like pumping out smoke.
It's pronounced nuclear.
What did I say?
I'm kidding. It's a Simpsons reference.
Nuclear?
It's pronounced nuclear.
Nuclear.
I don't even know what a nuclear power plant is.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was a weird start to this movie. I love this line. So she's giving this speech. The abstinence speech. She's like, are you going to sleep with someone that looks like they just walked out of a music video? All the boys are like, no. Fucking liars.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
They're like 15. Of course you are.
Yeah.
You sleep with anything that moves. Mm-hmm. Like, come on.
And then
Promise rings, though.
I'm not gonna like, I won't judge anyone who's saving themselves to marriage, sure. Well, like if that's your choice, then fine.
Yeah.
It's the reverse like hypocrisy where me being, an atheist or an agnostic more so, I'm not going to judge you for saving yourself till marriage because that's what you believe in. It's religious people who come at me for being impure and less of a woman for not saving myself. Like, are you okay? Have you test driven a car before you bought it? Like,
Yeah, you
I'm
usually
going to test drive a car before I buy it.
Yeah, that's one big issue I had with religion was the judgmental religious people.
Yeah.
It's like, you're going to go to hell. Like, shut up.
Yeah, like,
You don't even know if it exists.
Yeah.
That's my big argument. I'm not
Yeah.
going to get into a religious conversation here, but that's my big argument is nobody knows what happens after we die. So I love it when people are like, wow, you need to go to heaven. You need to do this. I'm like, you don't even know. You've never been there. So shut up.
I know. Like, the whole idea that, like, you and I are less worthy and for me, less of a woman because I haven't saved myself. Like, fuck you.
Well, and, plus if God is real and he gave us all this free will, then, well, fuck. He's supposed to do all this stuff.
Yeah.
And, oh, crap, where was I going with this? Damn it. I can't remember. Doesn't matter. Oh, yeah. Like, if heaven is just sitting around on clouds doing nothing, I don't want to go there. It sounds lame.
Yeah, it sounds boring.
It's your idea of heaven might be different from mine.
Yeah.
And someone else's is different from ours.
Yeah.
So it's like, how can there be this one place? Like, everybody you know is there. I don't want to fucking see everybody that I know.
No.
I hate most people that I know. Just go away from me. That's why I spend all my time alone.
Yeah.
So.
But yeah, so right off the bat, I think, and this was probably intentional, like this movie is coming at you from, premarital sex is bad, I'm saving myself. And to me, watching it as a woman, it really hits the nail on the head where there's this perpetual thought that if you don't save yourself, you're less of a woman and you're less worthy of love and relationships. Mm-hmm. And so, yeah, I was like, fuck you.
Fuck you.
Fuck you.
I like that we can swear on this and no one's like, no.
Yeah, you're demonetized.
That's not appropriate. We're not even monetized
I know.
yet. We need sponsors, I'm going to start reaching out to some people.
Yeah.
So I can just sponsor you for free. Just don't even give us money. Just give us stuff.
Yeah,
just give us things.
But it's interesting that she chose purity when it's not regarding her religion or her upbringing. Because when she's at home as an adult, her mom is sick and she goes after the meeting with her cringy speech and her mom is like, oh, how was it? And her mom comments like, it's really admirable that you're doing this because it wasn't like this when we were kids. Oh. And her parents her mom and her stepdad were like, yeah, it's a lot different now. So she wasn't brought up, with religion or...
Well, I think that she chose this as a result of her situation, though, right?
Oh, 100%.
Kind of made it a little bit easier, so she's like, I don't have to tell anybody anything. I'll just be like, no, I'm saving it for marriage.
Yeah, exactly.
Or just save it for someone you actually like, and then you're not going to bite them. Mm-hmm. The Toby and Dawn scene. So, what? It's so awkward.
Yeah.
They're just staring at each other, and hi, oh my God. He's wearing a ring, too, and then there's like these long shots of them looking at each other. I'm like, could you make this any more awkward feeling?
I know.
That was so cringy. I was like, what are they doing here?
And then when they're in school, I made a mark 12 minutes in. Why are men so afraid to say the word vagina?
Oh, the teacher.
And if
vagina.
Like, if you turn your page, you'll see the female, like, this is sex ed.
Yeah,
like,
and he's a full-grown adult.
Yeah.
Like, dude,
and the photo, the diagram, the anatomical, like, and she's like, I can shed light on why it's covered up. Women have a natural modesty.
My God.
This has nothing to do with natural modesty, whether it exists or not. It's science.
Yeah. And this is a testament to, like, just think about this, where society's going right now. Nobody wants to be offended. Mm-hmm. Nobody wants to speak truth. Nobody wants to be honest with people and upfront with people and tell them how they feel. It's fucking brutal.
I know.
And when you do, God, I love telling people how it is. I get like, you're a fucking asshole. Yeah, good. Awesome.
Good.
Best reaction yet. If I'm an asshole, then fuck it. I'm an asshole.
Yeah.
I'm going to be
honest.
honest
At least
with
I'm an
you,
honest
though.
asshole.
Exactly. Nobody wants to be honest. Like shit like this. And well, no, you can't say that. That's offensive. Like,
I know. Like how is, like, no, it's offensive that you're not giving the youth proper education on their bodies. And it's offensive that you're making female students feel like their bodies aren't okay and aren't normal and like afraid to even talk about it.
Yeah.
Like, and I've never even growing up, I never understood that double standard. Like why, men and boys were considered gods among men for
Wait,
how many.
we aren't?
Shut up.
Oh, God. Among men.
But like
Kidding.
why you guys are considered, badass and, gods among men when you have X many notches on your belt. But if a girl is just as free and open about her sexuality and confident about it, she's a whore.
She's a slut.
She's a slut. Like fuck off.
I don't subscribe to that way of thinking.
Oh, I know.
Like
that's why I hang out with you.
Yeah, because I'm fucking open-minded and cool. But I look at that, and if a girl is confident in it and is like, yeah, I fucking bang a lot of dudes, she's like, I don't feel bad about it. I'm like, all right, cool.
Yeah.
I can appreciate that.
Yeah.
But if you're like, I banged 100 guys, I'm not slut though. It's like, no, just fucking accept it. Like, I call myself a slut, and I slept with a lot of fucking women in my 20s, and even like my 30s now, my taste is refined and I'm way more picky. So I'm not going to go out there on a random night and like someone's like, well, just get fucking laid. I'm like, I don't just want to get laid.
Yeah.
I want to have a connection with someone and fucking connect on a deeper level, then have sex.
You're so wise.
Well, fuck, it's just, I need it now. I just like, porn has just ruined me. So I got to go on a porn cleanse and fucking, I wrote a bit about it actually. I'm going to do it next week.
A porn cleanse.
Porn cleanse.
It's so hard to find good porn. Like,
you were saying
for me
that.
too.
You were saying that a couple episodes ago. You're like, you gotta find. We know when girls are faking.
Yeah.
This is fucking fake.
Yeah. It's hard to find good porn because everything is like catered to the more visual and audio standards, whereas
realism is just gone.
Yeah. And I'm like, oh my God, she sounds bored.
It never was real. But it is weird when you find one when you're just like, whoa, this is pretty fucking intense.
Right? And you're like,
save.
Yeah, save.
Bookmark. Save that one. You end up watching the same 5 for your whole adult life.
That's going in the spank bank.
Put it in the skin box. So this girl, I wrote, how old is she? Like, how old is she supposed to be? 18?
I think she's supposed to be like 17 or 18, but she's so like childish.
Oh, absolutely. Yeah.
They show
she
her.
acts like a 10-year-old.
Yeah, they show a shot of her room and it's like dolls and unicorns. And it's so unnerving to me because like, just...
Oh yeah, okay. What's up with her brother was hiding in the shower.
Yeah,
what
the hell?
I was like,
he's like, I got you, bitch.
I'm like, okay. I just actually thought, I was like, was that her brother?
Yeah, her gross stepbrother.
Makes sense. And then I wrote, oh yeah, he fingered his sister. I remember that. He's still looking at his finger, so he remembers.
Yeah.
He remembers. He hasn't forgotten.
No.
Are they in Springfield? I saw that power plant and I was like,
yeah.
Springfield, New York. Give me a squishy made completely of syrup. Oh.
But so Dawn and her 2 friends who are dating and Toby go to a movie and they can't even go see a PG-13 movie.
Yeah. It's like, that one's R-rated. And then they go and watch like a cartoon.
Yeah.
For some reason I wrote, where are those 4? And I don't understand why. Oh, yeah. Because they're like, before they go to the movies, they're somewhere that I can't identify or couldn't identify. Maybe this has been so long since I watched it.
Yeah.
We'll skip it. Mm-hmm. Doesn't make any sense. The brother only does anal now, too.
Oh, yeah, that's weird.
Well, no, because he remembers. Yeah. He's like, he thinks they all have teeth in their vaginas. She's like, I have a perfectly good vagina, too. And he's like, yeah, so?
Yeah, he's like, so go fuck someone else.
And then he tries to feed her a dog biscuit.
Ugh.
What the fuck, dude?
Oh my God.
That's not cool.
No.
Get a real cookie at least.
Yeah.
She almost did it.
I know.
Like, don't do it. Don't do it. You'll be labeled a whore.
Yeah, like, please don't. And then, so, like, they go to this swimming hole thing after the movie, and they're just walking around hanging out. And then after they hang out at the swimming hole, Dawn's in bed, and after the swimming hole, they come home, and Dawn goes into her mom's room and shuts off the TV, which has the giant, like, ant movie playing or whatever. And then she goes in her room and starts imagining her and Toby getting married.
Oh, yeah.
And then starts touching herself. And then all of a sudden, she pictures the pinchers on the ant when she goes to touch herself. And I'm like, wow. Like,
Yep.
Like, foreshadowing much?
Just a little bit. So I don't know. I think I wrote down 3 times, holy fucking religion. Because this abstinence thing, it's based on religion, is it not? Right? Maybe it isn't. It's just abstinence. But it seems like a religious cult. Yeah. It really seems culty.
Yeah, because after.
Is it like abstinence? Woo!
Yeah.
Like power rings.
And then, I wrote, girl, just go, because they said touching yourself's impure, and I was like, girl, just go have a shower. That's a loophole.
Dude in the shower doesn't count.
Well, no, just get the shower head. Oh. You're not touching yourself.
You need one of those detachable ones. Oh, maybe she doesn't.
Yeah.
I think this is, is this, okay, this is when they go to the swimming hole by themselves.
Yeah.
And she calls him, he comes out, comes speeding out.
Comes
speeding out. And we're led to believe that he stopped somewhere else, swam into the water, went and put a sleeping bag and shit behind the waterfall.
Yeah.
Then came back. Dry hair and everything. So I was very confused there.
Unless it's someone else's, in which case, gross.
But there's one point where before they go swimming, she goes like, purity? And he nods to her. He's like, yeah. And then I'm like, no, they gonna fuck.
Yeah.
So they go swimming. They get behind this waterfall. Yeah, stumble upon a hidden fucking sleeping bag and shit. And then this guy just doesn't understand. No. The guys in this movie make us look like such pieces of shit.
It's, like literally every guy she comes across is a rapist or a user or an abuser except for her stepdad.
Which is just, it's fucking bullshit.
Yeah.
We aren't like that. Most of us aren't. Some of us are.
But yeah, so.
Trying to burp. Stuck in there. Continue. Excuse me. God, it's like I'm just gonna do a compilation at one point of all the burps I do on this.
Oh my God,
that would just be 10 minutes of Jeff burping.
I wrote, this is how my notes went. Oh, he's speedy. Oh, so they can kiss. I'm confused as to where their lines are. Oh, he touched her boob. Game over. That looks like a cool place for a sleeping bag. Did he plan this? Oh, okay, so kissing is cool then. Ew, now he's not being okay. Rape! Oh my God! Nearly unconscious rape! Die, bitch! Yes, bite that dick off.
Well, that's the worst part, because he does he hit her? Hits her, doesn't he?
Well, he's like shaking her like it's fine, and then she bangs her head on the rocks, and then he's like,
well,
he's like, if only that happened to all rapists.
Wait, that they knocked you out first and then?
No!
Okay.
That their dicks get bitten off.
Oh, that's the next thing. Okay, yeah, that happens, and she bites it off. You can hear it.
Yeah.
You can hear the blood pumping, which is like, that was fucking gross. I wrote down, you could hear the blood.
Yeah, and the crunching.
He's running away with his dick in his hand. I thought he did, but then, no. He left it there.
Yeah, so he ran off and jumped into the water, and then you never see him again.
Yeah, so are we supposed to just assume that he's dead?
I guess so.
Because I think she makes mention of it later. But there's no like a missing person, blah, blah, blah. Like no parents like, oh my God, we haven't seen Toby.
Where's my creepy son Toby?
Where's my child? I thought he would have bled to death or died of shame.
Or of shock. Shock and shame.
Pretty shitty.
And then, so she hosts her second meeting after this happens.
With the children of the corn.
Yeah, they're like... It's so culty if you just watch that scene.
Yep.
She's like dealing with the trauma and she's not telling anyone. And then they're like...
Shame.
They're like, it is impure.
Impure.
She will be called woman, for she is taken out of man. Technically, you'd take man out of woman because woman is a compound word.
You will be called woe. Whoa.
And then they're talking about how Eve fucked everything up in Adam and Eve because this, like, shut up.
Well, then she leaves. They're like, yes, leave. You
Yeah.
are no longer one of us. Like, what is up with this cult? They're like, well, she has brought shame to our group.
I know.
Let her leave and never come back. Okay.
And then the purity dance party. That's like...
Oh, that's the kicks and thumbs.
Yes. And then, so, Curly.
Oh, yeah. That dude shows up.
Yeah.
Okay, so wait, what time was it supposed to be? It seemed like that dance was at nighttime,
right?
but I realized
then,
it was a daytime dance.
Oh, yeah. Nighttime would have.
Because he shows up and she's like, did you drive here?
Yeah.
He's like, yeah. And they're like, let's go.
And then he drops her off. And then it seems like he has a crush on her and he goes to her door and Brad just knocks him the fuck out.
Yeah. Wait, hold on. What does that kid say in the car?
I don't know.
He said something and I rewound it like 3 times and I could not. And I wasn't going to put the subtitles on because I wanted to keep it mysterious. But I had no idea what he said.
Me either.
So I wrote it. What does he say in the car? Like, I don't know.
So if you know what he says in the car, comment.
Yes,
below.
please. If you know what's his name? Toby. If you know what Toby.
No, that's not Toby.
Oh, wait, no. Yeah, what was Curly?
I don't know.
I never got his name.
No.
If you know what the curly-haired guy said in the car in this stupid movie, then let us know. I said, yeah, the brother. Yeah, you tough, brah? Punching out nerds?
Oh, God.
He's just like, get out of here, bam, and just hits him. I'm like, dude, fucking relax. Why don't you talk to him first?
No. And then, so she goes back to the waterfall area, and then she throws her purity ring in the scene of the crime, if it were.
Oh, yeah.
And then it shows...
She sees the dick with the crab.
I know.
47 minutes in. Like, in big letters, I wrote, his dick with a crab.
And then it shows his body being, like, found by divers in the watering hole.
Yeah.
So he did.
He did.
So here's what I'm thinking. This came from her. It's her DNA. Mm-hmm. And she dumped her purity ring at the scene of the crime. Her DNA is all over him. His DNA, therefore, is...
in her.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And there's no way... Like, if I found a dude with his dick seemingly bitten or chopped off, that would immediately be, like, foul play.
Yeah.
So how...
Start the investigation.
Yeah, and there's no investigation. And, like, her DNA is, like, all over him. And, I mean, mind you, she doesn't strike me as someone who'd already be in their database. But
yeah, that's one thing. Shitty small-time cops probably didn't care.
Yeah.
They'd have to hire an investigator, like a detective.
Yeah.
And there's probably no detectives in that town. Where is this anyway? They didn't say.
No, they didn't.
Nowhereville.
Yeah.
In Nowhere Land. Yeah, that was a bit... that's one big piece of this story that's not there is the investigation into who killed Toby.
Yeah.
And nobody's like mourning for Toby. There's no memorial. Like, oh my God, we miss Toby so much.
Maybe everyone just knew he was gross.
Well, he was kind of a dick.
Yeah.
So then she realizes her vagina has teeth, and fuck. So she's learning about it, and she sees a statue, a cheesy looking statue, and they're like, dun, dun, brah. They show the statue, and then it's like, oh, we come back to her, and then it's like, brah. Show the statue again. I'm like, why? It doesn't even look freaky.
I know.
It's just stupid looking.
And then I love how she Googled female genital mutation. And then it's the public library website that has info on vagina dentata.
Vagina dentata. Did you say you wrote a song?
Yeah, yeah. Sorry, Walt.
Hakuna Matata?
Yeah, it's to the tune of Hakuna Matata. It's like, vagina dentata. What a horrible phrase. Vagina dentata. Hopefully a one-off case. You need not worry if you're not a rapist.
Yeah, not a rapist.
Vagina dentata.
Hit song.
Wow, number one.
We'll talk to the band. We'll do a metal version of it.
Oh my God. Vagina.
Vagina dentata.
Dentata.
Oh, so this doctor, this fucking gynecologist.
Oh my God. Revoke his license.
I love that actor, though.
Yeah,
he's always a piece of shit. Like, you're always like, fuck, I hate you. I can't remember what he was. He was in, I want to say Entourage. He was in Entourage, I think. Maybe. And he was a real piece of work. But, yeah, I was like, I was getting like creepy vibes from him. Then,
Yeah.
oh yeah, fucking full fist, dude. Jesus Christ, you fucking
We're
creep.
gonna test your flexibility.
Oh, you're really
you don't,
flexible.
A, you don't go gloveless, and B, you don't fist your patients as a gynecologist.
So he got exactly
what he deserved.
What he had coming to him. And then, okay.
It's true! Vagina dentata!
So we watched this on Tubi.
Oh, yeah.
Because it was free. It wasn't on Netflix and Amazon. And I am very annoyed that they had commercials.
Yeah.
50-some minutes in, and it's like ads in 3, 2, and I'm going, no. I've done really well at not watching commercials basically for the last 7 years. Oh. If it comes on YouTube, I just turn around and go, la, 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 la,
yep.
or I mute it. And I only have to watch commercials when I'm at home at my parents' place in Manitoba because they still have satellite TV, which is just unusual. So they still watch regular broadcast, and it's horrible. You watch an hour long. I remember watching The Voice, and it was like a solid 12 to 15 minutes of commercials in a 1 hour program. Like, this is fucking bullshit.
Yep.
So having to watch commercials. Oh man, I hope we don't have to watch a lot of things on Tubi, but there's a lot of garbagey looking stuff on there.
I know
that we can watch.
I know.
So then, so we have she goes home, and the mom is drugged out on the floor, and dad's banging somebody?
No, the stepbrother's banging somebody.
Oh, is that who it was?
Yeah.
Oh.
I don't know where dad is. Dad's at work or something.
Well, why is mom on the floor?
Because I guess, the whole show, she's been sick. And then I guess she just fainted or something.
That's right. I forgot.
And they couldn't hear her because that loud music was playing.
That loud music was playing.
Loud ruckus.
Turn down that metal music.
And then I said, so Toby is dead? Good. Her mom is dead? Shit. But her mom's not dead. She just fainted. And she's in the hospital. I
wrote down she can't. So she wakes up. What happened? Oh, she passed out when her mom was on the ground or something happened? Doesn't she pass out at some point? And then she wakes up I wrote down, she wakes up. Question mark. What happened? I'm unclear on this.
I don't know.
I didn't watch this last night. I watched it last week.
So she calls Curly, who drove her home, and she goes over to his house, and she's crying about her vagina dentata, and he's just like...
Oh, I did say that if she can't have sex, she's going to chew through a ton of sex toys over her adult life.
Yeah.
Chew through. Anyway.
And then she has a bath at his house, and he lives in the garage, I guess, at his mom's house. And he gives her a couple pills that his mom takes for anxiety or nerves or whatever, and she dry swallows them.
Ew.
Ugh.
You ever see people? I love how people in movies and TV chew their pills.
Yeah.
When they just eat them. I'm like, you ever bitten into a Tylenol?
Yeah.
Fucking
nasty. The
nasty.
only time you're supposed to chew pills is an aspirin if you feel like you're having a heart attack.
Mm-hmm. You know what else works? I read a story that cayenne pepper in water. If you ever see somebody having a heart attack or heart problems, and the ambulance is a ways away, you put a spoonful of cayenne pepper in water, stir it up, and make them drink it because it's a vasodilator. So it dilates your vesicles and your arteries and stuff. And it'll help blood pump through. So it'll relieve pressure on your heart.
Interesting.
It's good to know.
Wow.
Cayenne pepper is just good for you.
Is there a doctor in the house?
No,
but
I have cayenne pepper.
I've seen a lot of life hacks.
Don't thank me. Thank the pepper. So this dude still wants to bang her.
I know, and he puts
teeth
candles everywhere.
Everywhere. You ever been in a room with a closed door and windows with too many candles in it?
Yeah, it's
eventually will suffocate because it burns up all the oxygen.
Yeah.
And you die.
And okay, so I love how he has this, I called it a love box, where he has that finger vibrator and condoms. Yeah.
I have a love drawer.
Ooh.
Boxes are for losers. Just kidding.
And then my first note is, oh, wow, he's not a rapist. And then I said, so her teeth only come out as a defense mechanism.
Yep. She's learned to control them.
Well,
he conquered them. He says, I'm conquering them.
I'm conquering them. And then they have
dude.
sex, and she's like, oh, hell yeah.
And then he's a piece of shit. Oh, wait, hold on.
Yeah.
There's one where we get introduced to a cop.
Yeah.
Then we have a detective. I said he looked like a cut-rate Christian Bale.
Yep.
He kind of looked like Christian Bale, but it's not as fit.
Totally.
Or cool. And then we go back to the sex scene. So the sex sounds that the dude makes.
Oh my! Like
what the fuck is wrong with you?
Yeah, if I had teeth at that point, I would
just jump them.
Yeah, like
that was so annoying. I'm like, what are you?
I've never been with a person who has made those sounds.
If a woman started making that sound when we were having sex, I'd probably go, you okay?
Yeah.
I think I might have to leave. Weirdo.
You would go from fucking to stuffing. It's when you go soft in your
voice. It's push and rope, as they call it. And we get some full frontal nudity at some point. I wrote full frontal? Tits? Whose were they?
Hers.
Oh, yeah. They're pretty nice.
Yeah, she was like feeling herself. I was like, yeah.
Oh, laundry's done.
Laundry's done.
I'll get it later.
And then the detective is talking to like science dude or something.
Science dude.
And he says,
oh, yeah, they find the tooth. That's right.
Yeah. And they say the tooth is shark and eel-like, but the tests say it's human. Wouldn't you be like...
Interesting.
What the fuck?
Test it again.
Yeah.
Where did this come from? Then they start talking about a lamprey, don't they? They mention a lamprey? Yeah. I remember it being in high school. We had all those things in the jars, and we had a lamprey in there. Ugh. I remember thinking, like, that's what's in the ocean? Fuck that.
I know.
I don't want to go in there. And there's ones that are like 100 times that size. And then you watch Aquaman and you see all the other stuff that's in there. And it's like, no thanks. I'm good.
So then her and Curly are just fucking all day. And she's like, I have to go turn myself into the police. And he turns on the little vibey.
Do you have to now? Okay, let's do it again.
And then they're having sex. And his phone starts ringing. And he answers the phone. And I'm like, what?
He's a fucking dick.
Yeah. And then we find out that
he's like, yeah,
he
doing
had a
it
bet.
right now. Totally.
Yeah, say something. And she's like,
yeah, fuck you.
No.
I started going, bite his dick.
Yeah.
Bite his dick off.
Bite it off.
Do it. And then she does.
Yeah. And now it seems like she has full control over her teeth, that she can just summon them whenever.
Yeah, well, she's learning to control it, which is kind of cool.
I
Then the dick shot, though. It was hard to watch. You can hear the blood pumping. It's
yeah.
Like, then they linger on that shot. You're like, fuck off.
And they show his little dick in the condom.
So nasty. And then I love that he has a speaker to his mom, an intercom.
Mom! Mom! And then, my note said, what a turd. Ew, get him, girl, loser.
I wrote, did the dad have an accent? Did it sound like he had an accent?
At some points, yeah.
Yeah, so it was kind of like it was coming in and out. It wasn't just me.
Yeah, no.
Okay. I thought it was. I was like, maybe it's, Jesus, that squirrel's huge out there. The squirrel's big enough for me to see it in that tree. Jesus Christ. Spring is in the air. I love it.
And then can you imagine having to call your mom and say you got your dick severed off and you had to go to the hospital?
That would kind of suck. Yeah, I wrote down, did the dog kill the dad? Because this next scene's really weird. He goes in there and starts talking to the son, and the son has a Rottweiler, and they're fighting, and then the dog gets out by he just kicks the fence, and it's like, boom, and the dog gets out, and it's like, rrr. I'm like, okay, what happened? And then, of course, we see later, like, bro's addicted to that. I wrote down bro's addicted to that dog. A fucking shithead. Mm-hmm. Like, man, just be nice to the dog. Keeps him in a cage that can only come into the house a little bit.
I know.
And why did his bedroom have an opening like that for a dog cage? Like, when did he build that? How do you close it? It just seems stupid.
Yeah.
It's kind of odd. Maybe they live in a warm place where there's no winter.
Maybe. No, doesn't seem like it.
And then I wrote, she's gonna fuck her brother.
Yeah, and I said, so when she was having sex with Curly, her mom died. So that's gotta
sting.
Yeah, that's gotta feel like bad karma, you know? Like she said she was gonna be pure and now she's not pure, so now she probably thinks someone's out to get her.
I wrote, I couldn't bang with the dog watching.
No.
And it's my sister too, I couldn't do that.
Yeah.
Fucking weirdo, yeah.
But then first, the dog.
She lured him into this, though. Like, she lured him in. It's like, I'm going to do this, we're going to do this. And then she bites his dick off. And I'm like, did you do this? Was this like 18 years of revenge planning? Like,
no, it was because he was, like, responsible for her mom's death, basically. Oh. Because remember, his girlfriend at the hospital is like, Brad, I heard her screaming, but Brad said she did that all the time.
Oh, this might have been a minute when I stepped into the kitchen. Oh. This is one of those movies where I didn't care to pause it when I left the room.
You were like,
whatever.
It's fine.
Katie will pick up anything that I miss. And it works.
Yeah. But yeah, so this was like revenge because her mom's dead because of him. Because he ignored her and she went into like that coma.
That's pretty fucking cold.
He tried to assault her when they were 7. I'd say it's fair.
Yeah, okay. Well, they were 7. They're stupid little kids. I can't defend him. I can't. He's fucking stupid.
Yeah.
Like a weirdo.
And okay, so it shows a scene of the surgery to put Curly's dick back on. And the doctor's like,
why bother?
Hardly seems worth it.
And he had a Prince Albert as well.
Oh yeah, the stepbrother had a Prince Albert.
Yeah, I was like, Jesus Christ.
Fun fact, I was reading the trivia of this movie after it, and the prop person made the prop dick as well as the piercing out of sugar so that if the dog ate it, it would be fine.
Wow. Oh, yeah, because the dog does
eat it.
Ugh, Jesus Christ. We're at the end of the movie now. Where's she traveling to?
I don't know. It doesn't say.
No, she's just out hitchhiking, basically.
Yeah.
She hitchhikes with this old man. And, oh, my God. I wasn't looking. I was rolling a joint or something while I was watching this part, and all I hear is...
Yeah.
And I go, what? No. And I paused it for a second, finished rolling the joint, and went, is that the old man? So I rewinded. I'm like, gross old man. And he was just like creepy. And then locking the door, she's trying to get out. I'm like, okay, rapist. Like every single dude in this movie, like you said, is a piece of shit.
Yeah.
It's so disturbing. Like, God, I wouldn't want to play a character in this movie. If someone was like, hey, you got this movie role for you.
You're like, no.
No, I'm good. I'll do something else.
Yeah.
Because that was, really creepy. And then, of course, she gets the fucking old man.
Yeah, and then she breaks the fourth wall, and she's like, oh, yeah, I have my teeth.
Yeah, this movie, I don't know. It wasn't horrible. Mm-hmm. It was bad, though.
Yeah.
It wasn't great. I'm going to put a garbage can behind me so next time I do that. Oh, Kobe! Miss it every time. And then once I'll get it. Woo! Yeah. Now, how could it have been made better?
It definitely could have been made better by having one redeeming, genuine male character as representation. Because a lot of times, women and women of color and men of color are underrepresented in TV and film, and you could tell that this movie is definitely meant to be like, empowering, and she's taking control of her life, blah, blah, blah. But I'm sorry, don't paint every single man to be so shitty and rapey. Like,
I wonder who wrote it.
Yeah.
I didn't check to see who wrote it.
I'm going to see.
I got it.
I got it. But it would have been nice just to, I don't know, to have had her at the end meet someone worth her.
Yeah, like someone who's not a piece of shit. And
yeah.
You can see her for who she is.
Yeah.
Mitchell Lichtenstein. So it was a guy.
It was a dude.
Just thought it would be a woman.
Yeah.
He's like, I'm going to get so many brownie points with the girls with this movie. Oh, dude, you're not really.
Lichtenstein, why?
Elrin von Lichtenstein! I want to rock! The soundtrack for that Knight's Tale just didn't match.
No.
So ridiculous. All right, well, I give this movie 2 teeth out of 10.
Yeah. I'll give this movie 4 teeth out of 10, just because I liked the fact that she had a way to punish rapists.
Yeah, that was pretty sweet. You're like, oh yeah.
Yeah.
So didn't they actually make something like that? Like women, because there was a place in the world where people they're just getting raped like crazy, and they actually made something they could insert in there.
Oh,
so when the dick went in and tried to come out, all the teeth, all the teeth caught it and just
it was kind of like
it.
Yeah, like
I remember
a
seeing
Diva
that.
cup or something. Did you know that cats' dicks are barbed so that?
Yes, I heard that before.
That's
nasty.
Yeah, male cats. Ugh.
Fucking weird.
I know.
All right. Well, we'll call it there.
Yeah.
Next episode. What did we watch again?
That's ironic.
Oh, I didn't even mean to do that. We watched Unforgettable, and it was fucking forgettable. It's god awful. We're gonna review that on the next episode of Real Garbage. What else can we say? Yeah, we got nothing else.
Yeah, suggest movies.
Movies. All right, everybody. Bye.
Bye.
Real Garbage.